Well, Whitney, you seem to be a little bit excited about the Polar Express. You thinking about taking the twins down there and maybe checking it out?
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited to hear there's something local to do. We're always looking, for Christmassy type of activities. We're just talking about, is it Santa's Wonderland in College Station? One of those, and we just had Salado Stroll. We've got that this upcoming weekend too, and just continuing to try to find a fun family type of activities like that. So that is exciting to me. I also love that movie personally. All right, let's talk about the weather. It was gorgeous this afternoon. We touched about 65 on average. Waco actually hit 67, as you can see, average being 62, so close to that norm. Quiet, quiet, quiet was today's weather. The sun has been shining. It is going to be pretty nice over the next few days temperature wise, but we do have a front to talk about. So let's get straight to it. You can see statewide sitting in the 60s in general. Zoomed all the way out. Maybe you're catching a flight somewhere. If you're going up to the Midwest, Chicago, the Northeast, you may have some drama at the in our airways. Other than that, is pretty calm and quiet throughout much of the nation, including, of course, Central Texas. Already mentioned that. So no rain on radar for the time being. Going to be mostly clear skies in the overnight hours. Temperature's not going to be so bad when we wake up tomorrow morning. Now the wind can be breezy at times for sure ahead of that frontal boundary. But you can see we're only going to bottom out about 44, 46 on average tomorrow morning. So likely you do want a sweater, but not all the layers like the past couple of mornings. I mentioned the winds. So let's go over the wind gust forecast over the next couple of days. So the rest of this evening, we can see some stray gusts here and there. I just went outside and checked about an hour ago, and it didn't seem so bad here in Bell County. But technically, we can have some 20-mile-an-hour gusts, especially as we head on into early on Wednesday. You can tell on this map right here when the front is going to arrive. We can have some stray 25, 30-mile-an-hour gusts. I think we're going to be sustained lower than that, but you're definitely going to notice the wind shift for tomorrow. You're not going to notice too much of a temperature change, though. Relatively weak front. Compared to a couple of the ones we've seen recently and what we'll see this upcoming weekend. Yes, you heard that correctly. We've got another one headed in our direction that is going to have more of a temperature impact. So we'll get to the 7-day forecast here in just a second. But again, winds are going to shift out of the north throughout the day tomorrow. Can be breezy at times. The sun will be out though. This is a dry front. We're not going to see any precipitation through most of this 7-day forecast. Now there's going to be a slim chance we see stray isolated quick showers on radar. I do not think it rains out your plans, but of course it happens over the weekend, right? And yes, you are reading this correctly. We have a few days on the 7-day where we are going to punch right through 70 degrees. That does include on Saturday. Front is not going to be here until basically halfway through the weekend. Sunday is going to be cooler than what we see on Saturday. You see a little bit of green on this regional long-range futurecast here. I mentioned there can be stray activity on radar, but again, I don't think it's going to be anything widespread in terms of accumulating rainfall. All right, let's recap things. 7-day forecast calls for a cool morning when we wake up tomorrow, but not cold. We're not going to see a freeze, anything like that. We jump up into the upper 60s. Front arrives, winds out of the north. It can be breezy, windy conditions on Wednesday. You can see we stair step up to mid 70s and then go off a cliff. Well, I wouldn't call it a cliff. About 15 is the difference between Saturday and Sunday. You can see that we could have some stray sprinkles at times, but nothing too dramatic here on this 7-day forecast. And considering we're midway through December, it can be a roller coaster type of forecast. I would call this just a couple of slight changes here and there, and again, not so bad. Don't forget, you can always stream this for free by downloading 6 Plus.
Alrighty, thanks, Whitney.